quick shout out to executive producer Christina Jones, who's sponsoring Community Reactions. Her insight and breakdowns are next level, and she has helped our channel out plenty of times. Check out Black Girl Couch Reviews podcast, a solo talk, unfiltered recap of your favorite TV shows geared to make you laugh. Link to the podcast is in the video description below. Be sure to check it out.
Welcome back to another Real Talk Reaction. This one is for the Expanse Season 5, Episode 7.
Yes, so we got a couple comments to feature, starting with executive producer Lysith, who said, "Love the reaction, guys. Amos and Clarissa are the highlight of this episode for me, and they are adorable. Also, Marco is very compelling to observe as an audience member. Every time he is on screen, I pay extra attention because he's very strategic and calculated, even when he speaks. For example, when Philip almost gave away the location of Naomi, he was quick to stop him and avert suspicion, which tells me no one really knows his plans and everyone executes his plans when he wants to and the time is right. He's been a breath of fresh air, and it's been a long time since I've seen a proper villain on a good TV show. Can't wait for the next episode because it's one of my favorites from this season."
Hey, pretty smart.
All right, we got executive producer Christina Jones, who's also sponsoring these reactions. She says, "My love of Peaches is mostly on the book. In the TV show, she kind of has a Daryl Dixon effect on a new character, thus her scenes are enjoyed for the fact that Amos is in them. I agree, Lysith. Marco is a very compelling villain. He thought he had a fan and drummer who literally dragged him for filth, and despite Naomi leaving her for her inners, isn't so damn bitter and petty about it. You know drummer's been trying to reach Naomi, so seeing Philip on the ship really threw my girl who is stuck between an impossible situation. Corral also is a shit starter, so you know she gonna be starting some shit. Yeah, that girl has it in.
Yeah.
So, and then teaming her up on drummer's ship too, the drama, it will ensue. Talk about drama aboard the Pella. Philip can't believe his family dynamic isn't what he imagined as domestic and psychological abuse swirl in this lot. Philip's like, what? My mama a famous belter hero too? Which Howson knows about your gravity fail, but he doesn't know the most publicized ring event ever. Y'all trash for that."
Yeah.
Marco and company. He's of course wanting to know that he got 2 history book Belter legends as parents, but Marco looks tell it all. There's only one parent he will admire. Yeah. Isn't that what some of it is all about, though? At least his ascension, being a great warrior and conqueror, mind you, Alexander wasn't finding oppression at all, so that he can peacock in front of her ex. So she knows she messed up leaving him. Except now that she's there, he doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
These next 2 here are my favorites.
Okay.
All right, and then a couple comments from YouTube, starting with next page. Elvis, who says, "Whatever you do, just don't forget the belt is being oppressed by the earth for the past 130 years, during which millions of belters were killed slowly by inners. Kindness, and that Marco can send 10 armed people instead of just Corral to drummers or any other joined ship if he really wants to take away the choice, and that Philip brought Naomi to the Pella so he could get to know his mother, and that Marco doesn't want to go too hard against his son's needs and wishes." Then we have James Holland coming through to say, "The scene with Christian shows her vulnerability. The choice of the writing, directing, and acting the scene was very heartbreaking because the tragedy that Marco has done affects everyone. I don't quite understand your editing choice to omit the Alex and Bobby scene to repel the Free Navy from taking the Screaming Firehawk. Hope you enjoy the rest of the season." Honestly, James, the Expanse gets blocked by YouTube 7 or 8 times before it gets post live. So
as does many of our shows.
Yeah, does, so it might have been in the original edit, but got blocked and I had to cut it out. So that's why I always try to leave you guys the messages so you know, like, this is not what we originally intended, but you know, we gotta do what YouTube wants. So Techno Pirate comes through to say he actually left 2 comments. First one being, in the scene between Drummer and Marco, she mentions the song that Ashford was singing as he was space. So now Marco knows they were being recorded, and so Drama knew how Ashford died. He also now knows she is probably the one who alerted Earth, so Marco now knows she ain't totally drinking his Kool-Aid. Also, fun fact, in real life, the actors Kara G and Keon Alexander are good friends. Kara was about 7 or 8 months pregnant under the bulky spacesuit, so there is a moment in which she gets really close to Marco and he appears a little put off. In that moment, Kara bumped Keon with her baby belly. Love how actors use stuff to add weight to a scene. All right, Techno also goes on to say, Avasarala is so broken early in this episode. They didn't truly display just how in love her and Arjun were. I thought it was sad how they showed her sniping at him last season. From the books, you get the impression that with Arjun, she is Christian. No swearing, no cursing, no boss lady attitude. Don't get me wrong, I love how she operates on the job, but nobody can be like that all the time. I think that's a great point, because I can totally see from in the books, I'm sure they allotted for a lot more time to display their relationship too. We didn't get that, and you're so right. As far as last season, they were just sniping at each other. They were not in good terms. So I think it does take away from us, the viewers, as far as that scene. Like, obviously it's heartbreaking, but I can see how the impact would be much more so in the book. Kirk Darling comes through to say, Holden did suspect sabotage of the Rossi. That's why we saw him going through a full checklist of the ship system, which we have never seen them do before. The problem was that they were dealing with Nagata code, which not even the rigorous MCRN military grade out procedures would have discovered. We saw Avasarala at her weakest. Remember how she had always sent Arjun away to safety, but this time it was she who had been in the safe place, which was never the way she wanted it. That's heartbreaking. That's a great point. She always puts Earth and Arjun first, but now both have been attacked. Maybe both were already dead. Ooh, good point. When Peaches said monsters have no fear, that must have reminded Amos that he hadn't felt fear since childhood, so he must be a monster. But I think what Peaches meant was that a monster does not fear being a monster. She's not a monster because what she fears is becoming a monster. In that way, Amos is not a monster either because he also fears becoming a monster. Peaches said what they had done was not what someone was even trying to act like a good person would have done, and that reflected on what Lydia had told Amos as a child. At least act as though you are a good person, even if you aren't. Great comment, guys. Great comments as always. Keep those coming, and let's get into episode 7 right now.
So accomplished. I want you to be proud of me. I know.
It's such a fucking
Can't ask you a
ridiculous thing to
favor.
say. I know.
Anything. That ship Naomi gave you is a junk. It does nothing to help the fleet. There may be a way to make better use of it, but it is your ship. May I use it? Of course. Whatever is best for the cause. I took Philip from you only because I thought it would make you stay. You had a hold on me like nothing I've ever felt before. Shame. I would hope.
Relief. Because the pain of losing Philip was not as horrible as having to stay with you.
James Holden must be quite a man to keep a woman like you.
He's all the things you pretend to be. Which is why Philip needs to know you for who you really are.
And you believe he's going to listen to you?
He already is. The only reason you haven't killed me yet is because you're feeling threatened. And if you kill me, Philip will know I got to you. And that I was right all along.
I haven't killed you because I didn't want Philip to have his mother abandon him again.
It's a busy trade route. Smart move. But if they're sticking to their flight plan, the Tycho Alps will see them. It's just a matter of time.
If they rendezvous with anyone before we do and hand off the sample, we'll never get it back.
If we find the ship,
When will we find it?
what are we going to do with the protomolecule?
Destroy it.
Good.
Okay.
I reached out to a source on Sirius with connections to the Inaros faction. If there's any chatter about a handoff, I'll hear about it. So if we can't find the ship, maybe we can find out where it's going.
Are we preparing for failure?
Failure is why we're out here. I'm trying to change that.
Well, don't worry. You're gonna get what you always wanted.
You don't think we should destroy it?
Well, I do. That's what I told Fred he should do the moment he got it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't listen to you either?
He didn't listen to a lot of people. He was usually right.
Not about this. I never trusted Fred.
I know. Told me.
I always thought he was playing an angle. Not being totally straight with me.
I should have, though. You never lied to me. You know, you two are a lot alike. Which is probably why we don't get along. We got something? Yeah. Message from my pilot.
Hey, Hoss. So, Bobby and me are burning the Tycho right now. Yeah, it's a long story. We got a lot to talk about and sort out. I hope you and the Rossi are still in one piece when we get there.
Not much of a transmission delay. Yeah, he's close. He's supposed to be on Mars. What the hell's he doing out here?
Can you reply?
I think he's trying to keep it like very like short and brief.
Philip?
He can't.
I never wanted to. I tried to take you away. If your father found out what stopped me, then he hid you from me.
You left then?
I searched everywhere on Palace, hoping to find you and take you away. But months went by. Finally, I had to accept I couldn't save you. That my life was nothing without you. I walked down to the docks by myself. It's the only choice I had left.
My daddy not who he seen me.
Walking away. It's the only choice anyone ever has.
Alright. Now that's done.
Our Saturn
Watch how the team up
are
happens.
still pulling back to guard the inner planets, but are detaching task groups along the way to search and destroy any Inaros forces using the ship profiles you sent. Good work. Now, get your asses somewhere safe and let me know when you do.
What the hell's that?
A bullet?
Shit, you were shot?
Yeah, a lot.
Alright, hold on, I'll get the auto doc.
Yeah, it just itches a little bit.
Avasrala didn't mention the free Navy ship.
Such a
you
badass.
I added my message to her.
Really?
I can give you one of my old medals if you want.
Fuck you. Asshole.
We don't have enough firepower.
Holden, I know that you want to help Naomi, but getting back the protomolecule is more important. It has to be.
No, we're not changing course.
Music is epic in the background, right?
Alex, I need your help. Marco kidnapped Naomi. The Chetzemoka is her ship, and it's with the rest of his fleet. I need you to keep eyes on them. I know it's dangerous and a lot to ask, but if we
Bobby's
lose
like,
track,
finally, I'll give me
find
something to do.
Naomi.
I'll plot a new course.
Okay, so we got two of our
Oh,
squad
okay.
back together. Well, not really technically back together, but working together.
I tried to fuck you up. I'm sorry. What the fuck are you doing, man? I ain't go ask.
You need any help?
Do I need to go get my helmet?
Right.
Sorry for hitting you.
Been hit harder before.
You almost got space fire.
I had to do it.
I don't know.
Is that Tiamagolis' brandy?
Yeah.
Whenever we get back to Palace after months on the floor, first drink I'd always have.
I don't get back much anymore, so just keep it on the ship.
Just like I remember.
Like coming home.
I'm sorry, I beat your ass last week.
They already got over that. They moved beyond it.
You remember the last time we spoke on Palace before you left?
I don't.
So outside your compartment. My shift just ended. It was late. But you told me you needed to go take a walk. I didn't say anything, but I couldn't shake the look on your face. So I went to find helped you.
You did everything you could.
That ain't working.
No, he's still Philip.
I knew where he was all along.
Yeah, he knew where he was the whole time.
The reason you never found Philip was because I held Marco, hiding him from you.
That's heartbreak.
He was my son.
I'm so sorry.
I thought you loved me.
I loved all of us. We were family. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought one day you would come back to Marco. I thought I would never see you again. And there you are on Palace in the old canteen. After so long, I thought maybe this is my chance to make it right with you.
I think that's one part of it, and I think the other is Cortazar. He's useless without a sample, and it can't be coincidence that they were both just taken.
You were right. The crew and I did have a sample.
Yeah, I figured as much. And a very good liar. Oh.
Okay.
It's complicated. I found a message she left me to read in case something goes wrong.
Hold it. Get your ass back up here. We got something.
Scanners have picked up this narrow bandwidth flash along the Zemaeus flight path. Could be backscattered from a tight beam transmission.
If it's them, they're still running dark.
They know we're looking at them. I've been pinging away with focus radar.
Let's check the scopes.
It's them, and they're burning like hell.
We got them. Intercept course.
Everyone suit up and get ready for a high G burn.
We going after him.
Now, remember, he took the ship.
The way he switches up words, man.
And now when Naomi is trying to steal my son from me, from us, all you can feel is guilt. Naomi is not going to leave again. If that troubles you, then you are free to go.
Approaching missile lock. Armored torpedoes.
He just tested this too. But he already asked Philip to use the Razanati or the plane ship camera.
Yeah, but that's not that ship.
He's probably using it as a decoy.
Take out as many as I can with the blast. I used to tell you we're expecting that. BDC's on auto track. Beginning evasive maneuvers. I'm putting us into a spin.
There's so many of them. The spinning was smart.
You want champ? We got 2 missiles incoming. I'm gonna run. BDC to the bear. Goddamn, got them all. Charging up the railgun. There's a couple holes in their drive cone, and we'll board them. What the fuck for?
I thought we're destroying the ship.
The crew with their data logs who tell us how to find Naomi.
What about the proto-molecule?
We'll deal with it once we find out what they know.
It's supposed to just explode the ship, babe.
We should send drones in first. Gonna have the airlock rig to blow as soon as it's breached. You're right. Ready drones 1 and 2. Zamia, this is Rocinante. Shut down your reactor immediately and prepare to be boarded. The reactor's still online. Zamia, power down your reactor immediately. This is your last chance or we will fire.
Oh, they explode themselves. So the protomolecule.
Successfully deliver us the protomolecule. Or that it was Philip who took the life of Naomi Nagata after she attempted to take him. Your weakness nearly undid everything we fought for.
Manipulation.
That's who you are. Belters everywhere are chanting my name. Not yours. You are nothing without me.
Jesus.
You have no idea who I am.
Oh, goddamn.
But I know who you are now. A pathetic, utter-loving walla. You tried to make me weak. Tried to poison me against my real family. You are everything I am not.
He's like, I'm trying really hard not to smile right now, but this moment is everything to me.
Marco?
Slap the shit out of his mom.
Wait. Oh, maybe it's set up.
Yeah, it can be a set. That's what I feel like.
That you could give my son, my own flesh and blood, to betray me. You are nothing. And that is all you are going to be left with. Goodbye, Naomi.
Philip, don't do this, please.
I don't know. I don't know.
You, I fucking hate you. I hate you.
I don't know. I can't tell if that's what she wanted to happen or not.
All crew are back on board?
Yeah, boss man.
Sensible controls to signal. Set ship to remote pilot.
Yeah, setting remote pilot.
Detach Chetsumoka. And retract docking bridge.
I got it.
What's she doing?
What the fuck?
God damn.
Alright, that was the conclusion of episode 7, and man, I thought she was almost Donnie Brasco's at the end right there, but I did not think she had a plan.
No, that's not a plan. That was desperation.
Well, I mean, I thought she was just gonna off herself. I'm like, are we doing this right now? Because for a second, I thought she was gone. It wouldn't have made it. Okay, but she didn't. She was smart enough to know to bring some adrenaline, which got her just enough time to get to that ship to get out of there. And I was saying to myself, I'm like, yes, this is a lot of bad things that's happening right now. This is totally opposite of what she would have ever wanted. But the flip side, she had already done this before, right? So you already made another life without your son and Marco's crazy ass. So it would not be far-fetched to say, let me get back to my other family, get my shit together. Maybe we can come up with some other things that, deal with Marco's ass, and maybe I can work this out with my son instead of just completely killing herself. So I'm glad she decided to do that route other than just letting it all go, because then it all would
that would make no sense.
That wouldn't have made for nothing to
Yeah.
just kill you. It wouldn't have made for nothing. So I'm glad she did. So maybe, well, ain't no maybe. We will. The team will prevail. Now, this episode was totally dramatic. It was needed. I mean, it had to be done. This whole episode needed to be there for her and her son. I thought she would have broke through to him. I guess she probably did though, but it just wasn't enough. So yeah, and I figured we had to keep Marcos going. Like, he couldn't just be done right here in this episode, because then what else we going to be doing? So we still got a bad guy. We still got some things that's going to be leading up to it, and now everybody's in on everything. And now the last 3 episodes we're going to be catching up with is going to be just the drama now of who's the Martian person helping and all that good stuff. And I can't wait for it, because now we about to be back in business. So, very smart and touching, dramatic episode, and I can't wait to the next one.
I absolutely loved that they even provided us a flashback of Naomi and Marco and Philip when they were. I was geeking,
Happy
like
times.
I couldn't stand it. I'm not supposed to be that excited, but I appreciate the fact that they had that flashback. So yes, definitely an emotionally charged episode. I loved everything they did with Naomi and Philip and all of that. I love the sentimental breakdown of Naomi and Philip about her finally telling him the extent of what happened. The heartbreak when Sin admits that he was the one that helped Marco hide the baby. Woo! I felt that heartbreak in my soul when she's like, I thought you loved me. I was like, oh my God, that emotion, jeez. Like, I felt all of that. And I love that Alex and Holden teamed up and they actually communicated, so it feels like we have some type of camaraderie and getting our guys back together for the same cause. So I'm really excited about that.
Now we're just waiting on Amos.
I feel like he's so far removed by being on Earth, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see that coming anytime soon. But yeah, I'm really excited about that team up. I thought I'm glad that we have them working together. And I think it was confusing at the end whether this was a planned or not, because I was like, she probably was like, you're gonna have to really convince your dad, you're gonna have to hit me or something. But I don't think that's what it was. But I feel like in that last act, as Naomi literally sacrificing her life, because there was no guarantee she was gonna make it to that ship. I mean, that was insane. But I feel like that demonstrated to Philip, like the extent that Naomi will go for her family, like to save her family, whereas she's already repeatedly said that Marco would have you die for his cause.
Yeah.
Like he would never
He
sacrifice
would die for
himself
you,
for
yeah.
you. So like I think that is going to be something that that helps resonate with Philip too, as far as seeing his dad for what he is. But man, just to marvel again at the villainous and the manipulator that is Marco, the way that he switched and juxtaposed some of the phrasing, the words in every conversation that we saw, just to create again that level of manipulation is just I'm almost awestruck by it because it comes so effortlessly for him. It's like organic, just the way he speaks, this manipulation. He is an incredible and fascinating villain.
Yeah.
They really knocked it out of the park with Marco as far as being like the villain for this season. And it's annoying how good he is. But solid episode. I loved it. I can't wait to see where we go from here.
For sure. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 7. And until next time, people.
I have no idea who I am. But I know who you are now.